extreme authoritarian measures, just like how Brexit intentionally destabilized the UK. Who are the 10 million? The backbone of the US economy. The people targeted for deportation aren't criminals. They are the farm workers, meat packers, home health care aides, construction workers, truck drivers, and factory laborers that make the US economy function, essential to food supply. More than half of America's agricultural workers are undocumented. Mass deportations cause food shortages and price hikes. Expect shelves to go empty and inflation to spike as farms struggle to harvest crops. Healthcare and elder care crisis. Undocumented immigrants make up a huge percentage of home healthcare workers and nurses' aides. A mass deportation means nursing homes and hospitals will be overwhelmed and understaffed. Devastating for small businesses. Restaurants, landscaping, hospitality, and construction rely heavily on undocumented workers. The economy cannot function without them. Massive labor shortages, job losses for citizens too. When these jobs disappear, businesses will shut down or relocate, laying off U.S. citizens as a result. How will they enforce this? This is where Eric Prince's Roundup force comes in. Prince, the founder of Blackwater, the notorious mercenary group involved in war crimes in Iraq, is building a private deportation force, essentially a fascist paramilitary police unit that will operate outside traditional legal constraints. Mass raids and camps. This force will conduct aggressive mass sweeps of workplaces, homes, and even schools, detaining people without due process. Expect internment camps on a scale not seen since Japanese internment during World War II. Quotas and incentives for deportation. Just like ICE under Trump, this new force will have quotas for deportations, meaning more innocent people, including U.S. citizens, will get caught up. Expanding undocumented to more groups, naturalized citizens could be targeted next. If they can strip birthright citizenship, millions of Latino, Asian, and African American citizens could have their status challenged or revoked. Loyalist-run immigration courts. The judiciary purge is designed to create rubber-stamp deportation rulings, meaning people will have no right to appeal. Why is this happening? This isn't about immigration. It's about justifying permanent authoritarian rule. 1. Creates a manufactured crisis. Mass deportations will intentionally destabilize the economy, causing inflation, unemployment, and food shortages. The government will then say, "See, the country is in chaos. We need emergency powers." This gives Trump justification for martial law and election suspension. 2. Militarizes society, turning the U.S. into a militarized police state, where armed mercenaries patrol the streets, breaking down doors and hauling people away in unmarked vans. Think about what happened in Portland in 2020, but on a national scale. 3. Creates a precedent for targeting political opponents. Once they normalize mass roundups, they will expand the definition of undesirable. Journalists, protesters, and opposition leaders will be next. USA Brexit, the ultimate goal. The goal is to replicate Brexit in America, but instead of leaving the EU, it's leaving democracy itself. Step 1, destabilize the economy, deportations, inflation, mass job loss. Step 2, trigger social unrest, people take to the streets in protest. Step 3, crack down violently, militarized police, mass arrests. Step 4, use emergency powers to override elections. Step 5, establish permanent rule. The playbook is clear. This isn't about immigration. This is about dismantling America as a democratic republic.
You know, and how do we stop it? Well, FL01. This right here. This could be, I think this could be our first victory. If we win this, we put the fear of God in the GOP. They're not part of this playbook, right? This is Steve Bannon. This is, who is, hold on, who is the guy who appointed all the Supreme Court justices? He's big money. Robert Mercer is another one. Who is the guy, who is the person who JD Vance, he's also a tech guy, right? If you were to guess, if there was a cabal, right, of individuals, like the really top, that would be with Mercer. It would be Mercer, the Federalist guy, whoever, come up with who do you think it would be, those individuals?